So we are officially here at Sparks in the Ozarks. We got here yesterday, Friday. We got registered and everything. We got our little wristbands. We got a cool little event sticker. The admission was $30 and it got you and your girlfriend, significant other, buddy, whatever you want to call it. It gets 2 people in for $30. And I just got to say right off the bat, the environment is completely different here than we've ever experienced. I'm hoping that it was just, you know, maybe the alcohol talking, maybe people under the influence or something, because when we first pulled in, it was nothing but arms crossed, head nodding, just like disapproving looks the entire time, which is weird because thinking you got lower trucks, I got lifted truck, you know, we love trucks, you know, there would be some similarities and, you know, we'd get along, but apparently people don't like lifted trucks here. So the further, you know, we got in, the more rude it got. It got to the point where someone told us that we're in the wrong place, that we didn't belong. And, you know, people not moving out of the way. We were inches away from running someone over. You know, they wouldn't move out of the way. They were staring, making sure I didn't run over their foot. Or like, I understand that I'm in a vehicle and I can maneuver and move, but it's just as easy for you to take one step forward as it is for me to move my entire truck. It's hard to see over the steering wheel, and especially when it's dark. So we did our turn in there out. Some people were yelling stuff and we just ignored them, rolled up our windows, and we left the first day. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to let the first day ruin it. So we get into today's Saturday. We're going to go in the show, take a look at everything, and I hope the atmosphere is completely changed. Like I said, I'm not going to say everybody is like that because I'm sure there are a lot of good people here. It's just, it was just definitely different first day. That's why we didn't stick around, went back to our cabin. But we're going to head that way right now. We're going to pull in there, and we're just going to hope people are a lot nicer today. And it was just kind of a fluke. So we'll record some of this and kind of see how it goes.
It's definitely not as bad during the day.
No, yeah, it's definitely not bad. I mean, you're still getting the weird looks. But... And now we're here with our people, our folks. 4 whole trucks, normal trucks. No, 4, 5 lifted or normal trucks. So we finally found some lifted trucks. We got our buddy Matt over here, some of his bed speakers, and tons of powder coating underneath this. But I wanted to show you this truck right here. It's got some pretty cool and unique things about it. So when you go underneath it, he's got some frame plates that he made, and he engraved all of these. And as you go down a little bit, he's even got some engraved frame plates on the rear also. And the coolest thing about it is you move up here to the bed stack, and he has Casper and everything engraved in it because this is a Casper style truck. So here's kind of a better view of it, but it is pretty cool to see something kind of unique like this, something you don't really see too often, and definitely takes a lot of time. And he was able to kind of match his subs in there to kind of match his bed stack. So that's super cool. And he's even got the flooring even inside of the bed. So that's just a lot of time and work put in a truck like this. So that's just something that makes things like this unique and something you don't see all the time. It's kind of a whole different scene here, obviously, not only because the lower trucks, but like It's just you have a very distinct weird smell here because they have a Tyson plant right across, so it always smells like, I don't know, like sewage or something. Is it like sewage?
I don't know.
It's a weird smell.
Nasty.
I can't really like pinpoint it. So there's like a sewage smell that floats around this area, and then it's just super weird getting in. Like, it doesn't seem organized at times, you know. I had two guys that were volunteers that were telling me where to go, and they were like, no, he needs to go here. No, yeah, over there by that building, right? No, he needs to go here. Like, I'm like, I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to figure it out also. So like, we're just still trying to feel out this show and get a better understanding of it and like what's actually going on. And it's just, if you're a lifted truck, dude, it's super freaking tight. Like, you are just gonna be, it's gonna be nerve-wracking the entire time. I can't imagine these semis that drive through that are even bigger than our trucks, how much trouble they're having. So they already did all the judging, and they didn't tell us anything about it. My buddy actually sent me a schedule last night at like 8 o'clock that he found a paper that some guy gave him, and I don't know, it was just very confusing because you didn't know exactly when they were going to judge, how they were going to do it. There wasn't a judging area. And for us to come here, he says, no, you weren't out there. I said, we were out there for the most part of the day. He's like, oh no, where were you parked? I said, down here, blah, blah. I describe it to him. And he's just like, yeah, you guys must have left because I didn't see any trucks down there. I think I remember this truck. So on our way out, how come you didn't, if you saw us, how come you didn't flag us down? How come you didn't, there was no organization at this meet. It's just, I honestly told a few of my buddies not to come to this show just for the unorganized. People get in your way, don't move. People were rude, told us to leave, that we were in the wrong place. If you're trying to get lifted trucks here in a place like this and grow the truck community, but you have all of these people here that are being negative and pushing all of us away, you're not going to get a community out here like that. So I actually told some of my buddies the first night that we were out here, I said, dude, don't come. Like, it is just negative atmosphere. Like, they're all just rude as hell. And as I said, I'm not like a sheltered little snowflake. Like, people need to be nice to me. It's just, don't waste your time coming out here. People are just going to shun you and push you away the entire time. Like, there's no point. You know, if these lower trucks went to one of our truck shows, they would not get anything like that. It 100% would not be like that. Because I have had friends come that have lower trucks and never have issues. It is just backwards, I guess, when lifted trucks go to stuff like this. I don't like that truck. It's useless. So the point I'm trying to make is, it's just unorganized. How do you like driving 6 hours and not getting judged? Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna judge you once you guys leave.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. So what do you guys think of LTTN?
I think it was one of the best shows I've been to. Gotta lie, I was really impressed.
What about you, Logan? What's your input on the show? What was your favorite thing? Here, let me get over there. Oh, we gotta get some insight. So what was your favorite thing about the show?
Oh, that I spent 6 hours driving down here not to get judged.
So what's one thing you take out of this show?
Never come back.
Okay, something positive.
There is none.
Hey, that GTR from Camberton was pretty sweet.
Yes,
though.
okay, that
Our
yeah.
Airbnb was the best part of the whole weekend.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get input from. So I'm getting your input about the show. What do you think about the show?
By far one of the worst shows I think I've been to.
All right, scale 1 to 10.
Negative 10.
Best thing about the show.
Best thing about the show was some of the trucks. There were some cool trucks. But
Okay. Worst thing.
worst thing was the people at the show. The guidance.
Yeah, guidance.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's a good family friendly event, right? Like, you'd bring a family. Yeah.
More like Vegas down there.
Big Vegas of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
So nice.
I mean,
So we are officially back home, and I kind of just wanted to go over some of the key points and things that we think that somewhat need addressed. I know that it kind of hopped around a lot in the beginning of the video, but because we were taking clips of it, we were pausing it and stuff, and it was just kind of nerve-wracking, like whenever you're driving around, making sure you're not going to hit something. So it kind of hopped around quite a bit, and I know that. But I want to like discuss more in depth, I guess, the issues that we had. Now, this is not just from our point of view. You know, the 4 of us lifted trucks I drove around. I got off the phone with 2 other lifted truck guys that attended the show, so I spoke to multiple different other people. So I'm kind of speaking on their behalf in a sense, not all of them, but just some of them. And the issues that we ran into, obviously right off the bat, I hope the owner is watching this. You know, I know that it kind of sounds like everything we said was negative about the show, but there are pros and cons. There was a lot of cool, builds there. It wasn't just like a bunch of basic builds. There was awesome, high caliber builds. It was awesome being there and seeing some of the cool trucks, cars that they had there and everything. It was definitely a cool and new experience for us because we've always been to a lot of truck shows. So it was pretty neat. But though we just didn't really like it. Just the fact that I've said over and over throughout this video, just the way that we were treated. And as the person running the show, I feel like, whenever you guys went out to Lifted Truck Nationals and invited a lot of us lifted truck guys personally, I was given a flyer in my hand from, one of your volunteers out there. And in a sense, like, not really tricked, but we were told it was going to be more lifted trucks out there, blah, blah, this and that. And we get there and there's 10 or less lifted trucks there, and we were not welcomed at all. Is kind of misleading in a sense. And it's not that you guys are trying to trick us to get more money or anything like that. We're not saying anything in any of that sense. It's just that we thought we'd be a little more welcome, seeing that, we're lifted trucks and these are lower trucks, but we're trucks, I don't really see much of a difference. Obviously one's higher, one's lower, but we have a lot of similarities and we love trucks, so I thought we'd be able to kind of get along better then. Not that there was any words, exchanged or anything like that. Just whenever we're there, we were not welcome at all. I mean, being told to leave, someone went over to my buddy's truck while we were leaving, and I guess he wasn't moving out of the way fast enough. We were driving slow, making sure we weren't going to hit anything. While you're in a lifted truck, it's hard to see over your hood, so sometimes you're kind of like this, seeing, making sure you're not going to hit something. He was moving too slow. A lady comes up behind and starts slapping the bumper on his truck. She says, hurry the F up, hitting it, telling him to move. And he's not crying that it hurt my pain or she scratched it, anything like that. It's just, I mean, you personally, would you want someone to go up to your truck and just go up there and start slapping it, like, get this freaking thing out of here? It's like, no, although it's not going to hurt anything, it's more annoying, why is this person, touching my paint or slapping my truck? It's not hurting it, but it's just kind of annoying. So another one of our friends, she drove down. This is a girl with a lifted truck. It was a 6.7 Power Stroke. People were yelling stuff at her. They didn't know it was a girl driving it. They were saying small so-and-so, a bunch of slurs, telling her to leave, blah, blah, blah. That was her. She only came down one day and she left. She didn't come back. Another one of our friends, he was with the 79 truck. He was also leaving and they were yelling stuff at him, and just like, it's just slurs, the entire thing, making fun of us, lifted trucks, this and that. Like, why is this even an issue? You guys are adults. We're adults. We're all adults. Why does, this have to even come out and all of that? So the reason I'm kind of going out to this point right now and saying I hope the owner's watching is because, you invited us out here to this show. And I feel, that these people, you guys are all family, been doing this for like 15, 17 years, something like that. So you guys definitely know what you're doing in the lower truck scene. But if you guys want to get more of the lifted truck scene out here, this is just from our point of view, what we think should be fixed, and our sense, if you want more of us out here. It's just a helpful tip in a sense. You're successful. You guys are doing great with the show, for lower trucks and everything. If we had a lower truck, I guarantee we would have had more of a blast than, we did being in the lifted truck scene. Just like they are kind of taken away from, bringing the trucks in, all these people there, they're taken away from you as the guy setting up the show because they are pushing us away. I feel like there needs an announcement or something made, not like, hey guys, we need to start being nicer to these kids because, nowadays they can't, they get offended by everything. It's not that. It needs to be more like, hey guys, we're trying to grow this. We're all a family here. We want to include more lifted trucks here and stuff, blah, 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 blah. We want to expand and grow this. You have an empire. You want to keep growing. But we can't keep doing that, if you guys keep pushing everyone away. I understand that maybe it's not the same, lifted trucks versus lowered. It's a lot different to you guys, and you may not like them. But, we're all a family here, and I feel if you guys want to help this grow and continue growing as a family here, we need to be able to accept these guys. And if you don't like them, just keep your mouth shut. Zip your lips like they taught us in school. If you don't like it, don't say nothing about it. We're not asking for everyone to take pictures of our trucks and give us the attention. We're not upset that we didn't win any awards. We're just didn't like the way we were treated. Think about it. If you lower truck guys went out to a truck show and you were treated like that, you don't belong. Get out of here. Yelling stuff, blah, 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 this and that. And just, you won't ever want to come back again. And so that's the point I'm trying to make. I feel as though there needs to be announced that you guys are trying to grow the lifted truck scene and that we need to be treated just a little better. Just don't say anything. We would have been fine and we would have had fun if we hadn't been bashed the entire time we were there and we were literally told to leave. We are not exaggerating. A lot of us dealt with this. Another issue is, you know, people, obviously you can't control what people do. People would not move out of the way. They stood in the way. I think obviously they're used to, you know, the smaller, lower trucks. You guys have a lot more maneuverability than we do a lifted truck. Some of us rub, some of us are too big. Like I said, we can't really see over our hood sometimes because they sit so tall. So sometimes we might only see this much of a person. We're not going to see someone sitting down in a lower truck. So, you know, we have someone spotting us here and then I'm watching this side. So, you know, we drive slowly. If you guys could find a way, like keep the walkway clear. You know, I know you guys like to stand here and talk. If you guys are talking to vehicles coming, we need you guys to move out of the way, move all your chairs and everything out of the way, blah, blah. Like just the pathways need to be cleared is all we're saying. Judging. Well, a lot of us actually didn't get judged. 4 of us didn't. My buddy in his bag truck, I didn't get judged. My buddy that drove from Nebraska didn't get judged. One of my buddies that had a leveled Chevy, and then my buddy with a dent side. 5 of us didn't get judged out there, and it was difficult to find a schedule. We ended up finding that there was a schedule. We had to go down in the comments of one of the posts and someone screenshotted and put it in there, but it wasn't, at least from our point of view, we didn't see it on the page announced, so we didn't know when exactly the judging took place. We thought that we'd already had been judged, and when we showed up on Sunday, you know, to ask like, hey, so you guys already judged us? And they told us no, that we left too early. He said he was down there in the area where we were at. He said that he was there around 2:30, 3 o'clock. We were there till 4:30, and he said he didn't see us. So I don't know if we were just accidentally missed, or, you know, just, I know a lot of people didn't want us there, or if we were just skipped. So like I said, we're not really upset that we didn't win an awards, but we just would have at least liked to have been judged, so at least we had an opportunity to have been able to get an award. That's all that we're asking for. So if we were just able to kind of see a better schedule, or like, I didn't really know who exactly was a volunteer. I think some of them had like a lanyard or something. That was the only way I was able to kind of see who was a volunteer, to kind of talk to them and ask them questions. Everybody was kind of dressed the same. So like, I'm not saying that these are all wrong things that you guys are doing. Obviously you're very successful, and you guys have done very well at setting up a large community of lower trucks, and you guys are doing, you know, a good job, obviously, or else you still wouldn't be doing this. These are just things, opinions from the lifted truck point of view, an outside point of view, that I feel like could help you guys. And if you guys felt like I bashed you the entire video, I want to apologize. That's not what we were going for. But while we're out there, we're just frustrated. We were flustered, and we're just like, you know, we're used to obviously a different truck scene. So this is just kind of like blindsided and threw us off. So, you know, it was just a mixture of a bunch of little feelings, being yelled at, not knowing what was going on, not getting judged, and we were just overwhelmed and frustrated. So although it was not a show for us, I don't think that we would continue going to a truck show like this, because it doesn't involve us enough that we definitely won't be coming back. And I know I'm not trying to make you guys think like, oh, like we don't care, whatever. Like, that's fine if you guys don't care. I just hope that you guys can get something out of this, so that you guys can keep growing and expanding your guys' truck scene out there, is all I'm trying to do. I know that some of there was other lifted truck guys out there that did win awards, and they were happy, but I mean, just to be fair, anyone that wins an award at any show is always going to talk good about it. And not that I am talking bad on the show because I didn't win an award and I'm being like a sore loser about it. I just want to specify these exact things, because whether I would have won an award or not, I would have told people all these things that is going on. So this is kind of an informative video as well for those of you that are planning on attending this show. As of now, for 2022, we do not believe that this is a good lifted truck event show. If you're a lower truck, you will fit right in and you will not hear any issues. If you're lifted, you're not going to fit in, and you are just going to feel like you wasted your time, and I'm sorry. If it hadn't been for us getting a nice cabin and going down there with some friends, we would have left. And I hope that we can go back, you know, in a few years, 3-4 years down the road or something, whenever it's gotten better and the truck scene's a lot better, we'll eventually go back. But as of now, you know, me and all my friends have told a lot of other truck people, do not come to this. I would wait a few years before it gets any better, because it's just, I can't stress this enough. It was just bad for us lifted truck guys, man. And I don't know how to go about it the best way to do it. It's all going to sound like I'm crying and I'm whining, but that's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get the word out. So take it the way you guys want. And if you're offended by me, you know, saying the things that I said, and I was being real with you guys, an honest, straight up person, then, you know, go in the comments, comment something angry, do whatever you guys want, make fun of me, whatnot. But it's straight facts, and you guys can either take it as a good thing and like, okay, so we're going to take this serious. These are things that we need to actually attack. or take it as bashing and that I'm trying to put you guys down and not ever make trucks go out there. I did tell my friends not to go, but because if I didn't enjoy it, I knew they weren't going to enjoy it. And like I said, these are multiple truck guys that were there that I talked to. I talked to 2 on the phone before I finished the rest of this video, and they told me the exact same thing, the exact same experiences that they had. So that's just the way we're going to go about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little edit of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and if not, I'm sorry. But till next time, guys, we'll catch you at the next one.